man who outran a ghost. Sarah's final word. 10 years is a long time to live as a villain in someone else's story. When Marcus's family threw me out that night in Chicago, I didn't just lose a fiancé. I lost my reputation, my friends, and my sense of safety. I remember sitting in a U-Haul, driving toward Vermont with nothing but a suitcase and a crushing weight in my chest. I kept waiting for the phone to ring, for Marcus to say, "I know it's a lie." But the phone stayed silent for 3,650 days. I had to build a life out of the ashes. I became a nurse because I wanted to be the person who helps when things are breaking. I met David. He didn't care about my past because he actually bothered to know my heart. We have a garden, a son who laughs like a bell, and a life that smells like pine needles and fresh coffee. Then the phone rang. Hearing Marcus's voice after a decade felt like hearing a ghost. He was crying. He was unraveling the truth about Leo, the photos, and his parents' betrayal. He sounded like he wanted absolution, like hearing the truth out loud would somehow stitch my old life back together. But here's the thing about the truth. It's not a time machine. As he spoke, I looked out the window at my son playing in the leaves. I didn't feel anger. I didn't feel relief. I just felt distant. I told him I'd forgiven him years ago, not because he was innocent, but because I refused to let his family's cruelty be the main character of my life. I had to kill the girl who loved him so the woman I am today could survive. When I hung up that phone, I didn't cry. I didn't tell David the details. I just went outside and helped my son build a pile of leaves. Marcus is finally living in the truth, but I've been living in the light for a long time. Some bridges aren't meant to be rebuilt. Some are meant to stay burned so you can never, ever go back to the place that broke you.